Okay, so you have your time, you have your talent, and you have your treasure. You're gonna be like, I'm broke as a joke. I know how that feels, and I'll tell you what, you do have treasures, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. Because some of your treasures are going to be your family, any type of savings, investments, donations, and of course you can sell your stuff. And you can sell different things, whether it be your time or your talent. In which case, that's what a lot of people will do for employment, is to exchange their time for an hourly wage, gaining that treasure. And most of the time you're using your treasure on the things you actually treasure, like your family, which will provide, you might provide a savings for, you might invest for the future, you might donate to your local church or charity, and you'll sell stuff that you no longer use, or maybe you'll donate it to Goodwill or to a local nonprofit or a free store. With your talent, a lot of things that you'll do, well, one of the things might involve your family, like doing your chores. Whether it be keeping the house clean, cooking, keeping the clothes clean, doing yard work, making sure the pets are taken care of, making sure the groceries are done. Also with your talent, like I mentioned, you do have employment. And whatever that is, how you want to make your cash, you go ahead and make your cash. Another thing you might do with your talent is management. Now this could include time management, this could be managing your house, managing your family, managing the different things that you want to save for, invest for in the future, and make sure that you're on track to meet those goals. Another thing is you want to provide maintenance to the stuff that you have. So cleaning your cleaning products, because you know the roller on the vacuum doesn't clean itself, so it's good to take a razor blade, cut any hair, especially if you have pets that leave hair everywhere that you want to go ahead and take off. And then of course, with maintenance, maybe you want improvements. So maybe you sell that vacuum after you've cleaned it up at a garage sale, and you improve by getting a newer vacuum. One that actually is used for pet hair, for example. And then also with your talent, you'll provide security. Now, whether you are securing your family, your savings, your investments, you want to provide that security as a talent. And whether it's taking care of your community, your neighborhood, or even your own house, or your country. And then of course with your time, what do you want to do with your time? Some of the best things that I know how to do or utilize my time. Prayer, number one. Accept those promises that were made at the beginning of the day, so that way you can get through your day a lot easier, knowing that good or bad, whatever happens throughout the day, that God's going to use it for your good in the end. Of course, with your time, exercise is good. Reading. In fact, I just picked up Dennis Prager's Exodus Rational Bible, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. Also with your time, maybe you're getting educated, or maybe you're helping educate others, donating your time to train somebody else how to do what it is you're doing, taking in a protege, if you will. And then also spending your time with turnover. And this could be some of that time where you are donating that stuff to a local charity. So you are spending your time donating the items that you would have maybe sold at a garage sale. You go ahead and donate them instead. And working on those turnover items, trying to stay decluttered. I still have a long way to go when it comes to getting decluttered, but that is one of the things that I'm doing in between these episodes. So here's hoping that works out. All right, so next I'm just going to go over some of the basic needs that people have over the list that I've accumulated and some of the research that I've done. Go ahead and share that with you. Obviously, everybody needs air to breathe, food to eat, water to drink. You can actually go longer without food than water, so it's something good to know. Of course, we know shelter. And with that, I also throw in space. Some safety and security. If I didn't feel safe and secure to film these episodes, then I wouldn't do it, right? So here I feel safe and I feel secure, so here I'm throwing all this stuff out. Well, we all like to have clothing, right? Unless summertime, like right now, want to wear less clothing, gets all muggy. Oh, one of my favorites, good old sleep. Got to recharge those batteries, and it's a good time to dream. Hopefully not have nightmares, but while you're dreaming, you never know what's going to come out of it. You know? So next, going into some of those collaboration needs that we have when interacting with others. It starts with me erasing the board. Okay, so next I'm going to go over some of the things that are basic needs considered when interacting with others, part of that collaboration that I spoke about in the last episode, but a little more practical knowledge about how to go about that. So we have, the first thing we need is acceptance. And we need to have interaction with people. So hopefully we're accepted by the people and we interact with the people, so that way we can be affiliated with that person. And with that, typically, we also need to have competence. Nobody wants to be around an idiot, and I know I've been an idiot, so there's probably a lot of people out there that wouldn't want to be around me because I'm an idiot most of the time. Have some sort of skills. I know I've helped a few people move when they've changed residences, and people have helped me move, and I've greatly appreciated that. So that's one of the skills and competences that I have that was able to translate in collaborating with others. And just to do it, and part of that transaction comes appreciation, recognition, and respect. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple more lists because that's what I'm all about here. And let's see, so my next list in those basic needs category are the physical needs, emotional needs, mental needs, and spiritual needs. And of course, the way that you think about all these things could be in a fashion of past, present, and of course future. Granted, how all these things interact, I have absolutely no idea. But I know that they are all important. I know that looking back, I could have taken better care of all these different aspects in my life. And hopefully I'm looking at doing each day in the present to better myself in each of those categories, to do better in that future self that I will eventually come to. Well, so the real question is, how long can I just stand here and keep recording? Because I know I'm going to go ahead and split up everything that I say, so that way I crunch it all together, because I do a lot of flubs and I like to delete it, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and go on to the next list, shall we? Okay, so one of the things that I've learned over the course of the last year is that I've been passive aggressive, and I've been aggressive. And the way that I've tried to change that is by being more assertive in what I'm doing. And let me just kind of tell you what those mean from what I've learned in the last year. And so in striving to be assertive, what I'm trying to say is that you matter to me, and I matter. And so any interactions that I have with other people, I try to be assertive. If my yes is yes and my no is no, we can get along just fine. But if aggressive or passive aggressive me comes out, it might look a little bit different. Because if I'm aggressive, what I am saying is that I matter. You don't. So there's no way to collaborate with each other if one of us is going to be aggressive to the other. So definitely avoid that. And then next we have the passive. What am I doing here? Of course, what I'm saying if I'm passive is that I don't matter. You matter. So as you can tell by that, it's just self-defeating to say that you matter and I don't, and to give up a battle that might be right, might be wrong, but to give up the battle nonetheless. Let's see, what next color am I going to try to get on this board? All right, because then of course we know everybody's favorite. Being the passive aggressive. And of course that's the worst one, because that says that I matter. I will act like you matter. And so that just goes into false testimony and lying, that if you're passive aggressive, you're saying, oh yeah, I matter, but you know, it's all for you, so I'll just act like you matter instead. So when interacting with other people, it is good to be assertive, because you both want to have that equal ground to both matter in the conversation and in the collaboration. You don't want to be aggressive, because nobody wants to play with an aggressive person any long term than they have to. And goes with working with others as well. Being passive, saying I don't matter and you do, well, that means I'm going to get taken advantage of. That means you're going to get taken advantage of, being that passive person always getting stepped on. So be a little bit more assertive, but don't reach to aggression. And then of course stay away from being passive aggressive, because acting like somebody matters to you when they really don't isn't a healthy relationship as well. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. Let me know what you think below, comments and questions. Please hit like, make some other kind of reaction. Doesn't matter to me. Hit me up, let me know what you thought. Talk to you next time.